Welcome to Cool Toys. Look, today I bring you a terrifying egg. It's a ghost egg, made entirely out of Play-Doh, and inside it's full of surprises. Let's start taking everything off. Friends, as you already know, Halloween is coming. That's why I really wanted to make scary eggs, which you know I love. Let's take this off first. These sharp teeth, they're all yellow. It looks like this ghost doesn't brush its teeth very much. All gone. Now, let's take off its red eye. Ooh, how scary. Do you guys like Halloween? I love it. I once dressed up as a ghost. Look, we're going to remove all the white modeling clay. Everything out. And now, friends, we've reached the last layer, in blue. Look, friends, we have a lot of surprises. Let's open the egg. And the first thing we find is this giant tarantula. Look, it's bigger than my hand. Impressive. Also, it's super soft. It's a great toy to give lots of scares on Halloween. Woo! Look, its whole body is covered in velvet. Na-na-na-na. Welcome to Halloween night, friends. Let's open another little surprise. For example, this surprise ball. It looks like we have a sticky little animal inside. Oops. Let's see. Oops, this looks really slimy. Ooh. And it's a toad or a little frog. Look, friends, it's super slimy and very, very sticky. Ooh. We can also stretch it a lot. Crack, 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 crack. Here we have its back legs and its front legs. This toad might be used by a witch to make a secret potion. You know that witches use toad meat a lot to make their spells. And as you can see, it sticks a lot. Look, I love sticky little animals. Let's leave it here. And let's continue with another surprise. Look, we have a bunch. Let's see. For example, this giant envelope, its name is the Epic Animal, and they're animals from the board. It tells us that inside each envelope we have a little animal. It seems to be quite soft. And look, here we can see the ones there are to collect, all jungle animals. Also, there are some that are special. These two here glow in the dark, and these three change color. Let's see if we get one of the special ones. Let's see. Look, what terrifying teeth. And we've got an orangutan. Look, how cool, it's terrifying. As you can see, orangutans are very large, super big, and have long fur. Look, we can squish this toy a lot and also stretch it. Help. And we've been lucky because it says that this toy changes color with heat. To check how it changes color, I brought two containers, one with hot water and one with cold water. It even has a little cube. Let's put it in the cold water first and see what happens. Look, its fur is turning brown. Now we're going to be able to really see the difference in colors. Look, this is how it looks now. Let's see what happens when we put it in the heat. Chum. Wow, the brown color disappears completely and its fur turns reddish. It seems like magic. Let's do it again. Hot and now cold. Super cool. The change is instant. Let's set our orangutan aside. And let's continue with another little Halloween surprise. Look, we have a giant squishy, but it's a Halloween squishy, dressed up as a skull. You already know that squishies are super soft. We can squish it as much as we want, but it will always go back to its original shape. Yeah. Also, I love it because, it smells amazing. It has a candy scent. Here we can see part of its skeleton, also its face, and even some of its scars. As you can see, we have the eye sockets. It has completely lost its eyes. Maybe the skeleton has been dead for many years. Next little surprise. Over here, I see another Halloween toy. And we get a little bag with a typical pumpkin. It also says Halloween on it. Let's see what it does. It looks like it's a jumping pumpkin. Look, we can wind it up so it walks on its own. Look how it moves its little legs. Could it be a child dressed as a pumpkin for Halloween? In orange, with little stars and this adorable little face. Let's see how she walks on her own. Woo! Next little surprise. Here we have a small packet of the super thin ones. You already know that we can get either a villain or a superhero. I would like to get a villain. Let's see. And we've got a superhero. Look, it seems like it's a little milk carton. Also, it comes with a straw so we can drink. As you can see, this superhero has a cape with a little cow drawn on it. Let's take a look at the collector's guide. Let's see. Here we can see all the ones there are to collect. Also, here is the ultra-rare Neon Blast, the hardest one to get, and we could also get two with a golden effect. Super cool. Let's leave our superhero here. And we continue with another little surprise. Wow, but what is this? Did you see your little animals? Lala Animal, collect them all, because it looks like they're little animals in costumes. Look, we can get some that are in costumes. For Halloween, here we have all the ones you can collect. Look, for Halloween we have the pumpkin, the demon, the mummy, the shark, the dinosaur, and which one else? I think that's it. Let's see which one we get. I would like to get the one dressed as a pumpkin. Well, how lucky, friends. I can't believe it. Out of all the ones there are to collect, I got the one dressed as a pumpkin. This is Halloween, little friends. I'm already prepared for the scariest party of the year. Do you already have your costumes? Wahahaha. Well, I love it, friends. It's also a little animal that we can squish and stretch. Inside we have a penguin. And best of all, we can take off its costume. Look, over here we have an adorable penguin, and it also looks like it's a baby. And now, friends, we have the last surprise left. Let's see. It's a barrel, a toxic slime. But look, it says that inside we have a carnivorous plant, a carnivorous slime. Let's see. Let's open it up. First, we remove the plastic. Let's see. Come on, let's see. Let's see. Voila! Look over here. We can see some sharp teeth. Oops. And it looks like it caught something. Let's see what we have here. Look, friends. We have some tiny insects. They look super real. They're like 2 cockroaches. Oops. I really don't like cockroaches, friends. And look. This carnivorous plant is incredible. It camouflages itself among the trees with its mouth tightly closed. And when suddenly an insect appears, bam, it closes its mouth and eats it. Here we can see its little eyes, and it came with slime. But look what happened, friends. It seems like this slime is ruined. It has become completely liquid, so I don't think I'm going to open it. What a shame. Thank you. I get really sad when I get a broken toy, but it's better not to open it, because if we do, we're going to get our hands all messy. Even so, I love the carnivorous plant. And now, friends, we've finished today's video. Here we have all the little surprises that came out of the ghost egg. I hope you liked them all. One of the things I liked the most was this Halloween pumpkin. Although I love all of them, I hope you like them too. If that's the case, you can help me by giving me a super like, a thumbs up, and I invite you to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any videos. And now, we're saying goodbye to you. See you in the next video with more fun surprises. Woha! Goodbye!